Right, we are live. Welcome to the channel, by the way. We are live. We are live here on the F1 Fan Zone. Okay, I think we're just to check the audio. Okay, welcome everyone. We are live. This is live. The Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying, the first session of qualifying. And for those who are new to Formula One, perhaps you've been in a coma for the last 20 years and you've just woken up thinking, let's give Formula One a watch. So this is how qualifying works. We have 3 qualifying sessions where the slowest 5 are eliminated, followed by the slowest 5, followed by then a top 10 shootout in order to make a starting grid for tomorrow's race. So in this session at this moment, this is what you can see live at this moment in time. Gasly, Ocon, Sainz and Leclerc all are the only forecast at the moment currently out on track. They're on the medium compound tyres. On the left of the screen, you can see the timings once the timings have been set, but you can also see the tyre choice and how many laps those tyres have completed. So you can see the current drivers on track are 1 lap old medium tyres. So hopefully this will keep throughout the qualifying today and throughout the race tomorrow. You'll be able to, by watching the channel, you should be able to keep up to date with where everyone is on track, what's going on, timings, and so on and so forth. So how this is going to work here, like I said, is everyone will try and complete the quickest lap they can, and the slowest 5 will be eliminated. And then we go into the second qualifying session, and then the next slowest 5 become eliminated, and then we go to the final 10 shootout, and then that will make the grid for tomorrow's race. So there are 14 minutes and 50 odd seconds. There's about 14 minutes basically left to set a time. 1:31.2 is the fastest time by Carlos Sainz actually, and just very slightly slow as Leclerc. Sainz, by the way, has been quicker over the circuits, all testing and all practice over Leclerc. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So welcome, by the way. We've got more people joining all the time, I can see. On YouTube, I'm currently, although Facebook is our most popular platform, we did have some issues where there's some copyright flagged up, which I'm trying to resolve at the moment. But till those resolved, we're only on YouTube only today. So let's see how that one plays out. So Ocon and Gasly in the Alpines, 1:31, so they have 7 tenths plus 1.2 seconds of the pace. The Alpines, I think, will struggle, if I'm being honest, to get through to Q2. The expectations are, look, this is the first time today. And there's a lot of questions going into today's qualifying that need to be asked. And that is has anyone been holding back their power? Has anyone had their engine modes turned down? Has anyone been sandbagging throughout testing and practice and are finally ready to unleash? All will be revealed in the next hour. In an hour's time, we will have a genuine, not a self-predicted, but a genuine table of where each team roughly is. Certainly based on this circuit. Again, some circuits are going to differ. This doesn't have a great deal of fast turns. This circuit is very different, for example, to Saudi Arabia. So, but we will have at least there won't be any guessing about who's the quickest. We will actually know who's the quickest. Certainly over a single lap by the end of this qualifying period. So we are currently. So now we've got a few more coming out now. A few more coming out onto the track. Ocon and Gasly, I'm assuming, will filter off into the pit set, which they do, both filter to the pits. And so now we've got Alex Albon, Ricardo, Hulkenberg, all of these obviously on a hot lap. Oh, so not on a hot lap, on an out lap. So, and we can see from the tyre choices that all these drivers have come out. They come out on the soft tyres. So those who have qualified, so set a time so far, have done so on the medium tyres. Let's just see, we've got soft tyres here with Piastri, Oscar Piastri, Hulkenberg, Stroll, etc. They all looks like they're going out on the soft tyres. Let's see how that compares to the medium tyre times. We have 11 minutes left of qualifying to go. Only 4 times set so far. The quickest is 1:31.2. I'm expecting that to come down. I mean, we could see a 129 today. Is possible. Oh, just see what Verstappen radio. So Verstappen's basically having a bit of a moan about the fact that they're slow coming out of the pits. Quite a gridlock. Just think my Sky coverage is a little bit behind what we're seeing on the screen. So on here is absolutely live. The coverage I'm getting on TV is about 30 seconds delayed. So I'm seeing what we're seeing here is different to what I'm seeing on the TV. So I'm just looking at what's going on the pits, and as they were all coming out of the pits, it was all a bit of a chaotic, bit of a mess. Right, so Gasly's had his lap time deleted for track limits. There we go. There's another thing that's happened. This Alpine, by the way, is, according to the drivers, it's very difficult to drive. It's hard work. Let me know in the comments, by the way, where are you watching from today? I am in the United Kingdom, in Cambridge, in the United Kingdom. Love to know where everyone's watching from. Towards the end of last season, we were getting a lot of viewers, particularly on Facebook and on YouTube. And everyone was like from everywhere, from the US, Mexico, Africa. I'm literally every planet, every part of the planet. It was great to see. So I'd like to know where everyone is watching from today, and also who's going to get pole. And the reason I asked this is because everyone after testing, it's the Red Bull's well in front, Verstappen's well in front, but they've struggled a little bit more in practice. Certainly, they look quick on a race pace, but over the single lap, they looked a little bit vulnerable. But we who had their engine most turned down? Who was sandbagging? Who was hiding their true pace? This is where the question's going to come out now. So now Sainz and Leclerc have both come back out on their soft tyres. So we come through. Albon goes quickest with a 136. So it shows how much different the soft tyres were over the medium. Here comes Ricciardo for 131. And next up is Hulkenberg. I think Russell's on an outlap. Hulkenberg's 130.6 in front of. Oh, that's interesting. In front of the Williams there. Sargent comes through with a P3 with a 137. Here comes Hamilton, I believe, on an outlap. Yeah, Hamilton's on an outlap. Yuki Tsunoda, what can you do? So the RBs aren't quite on tune net there. We forgot the first kick, Sauber, Zhou and Yu, followed by Magnussen. Can you get in front of your teammate Haas? No, he's a 131.2, quite a bit behind. Here comes Oscar Piastri, though. Let's see what time Oscar Piastri could get in that McLaren. Only P3, 130.6. Charles Leclerc through now on an outlap, I think, actually, so that won't count here. Lance Stroll comes through and goes P5. So was that a quick time by Hulkenberg and Ocon? Here comes Norris with a 130.1. Norris goes fastest of anyone with a 130.1. I said we could go into the 129s here. We're nearly there. We're nearly into the 129s. Here comes Alonso to go. P2 with a 130.1. 0.036 behind Norris. It's very tight. Here comes Max Verstappen, who goes fastest, still a tenth quicker than Norris. Here comes Russell. What can Russell do? Russell goes only P4. We've still got Hamilton to come round yet as well. Here comes Hamilton round the last bend, over the line and goes only P9 with a 130.8. Interesting. Perez comes through and goes fourth. It's very tight though. Look, 0.3 of a second. 0.3 of a second separating the top five. It is tight. It is very tight. Wow. Right, there's 6 minutes left of qualifying. Who needs to come out and do another lap? At this moment in time, those dropping out will be Gasly, Ocon. Oh, there we go. Leclerc needed a good lap. Sainz as well. Surely will come through here. Ocon goes through. Ocon and Gasly are struggling. Look at that. Ocon's just set a PB and he's still 19th. Piastri comes in, Stroll's coming. Here comes Carlos Sainz. Sainz goes top with a 129.9. 129.9. We said it will go into the 129s. It's gone into the 129s. Norris goes into the pits. Now, I'm going to guess that probably from Russell downwards doesn't really need to go again. But Ocon and Gasly are struggling in that Alpine. Magnussen there with so currently at not safe. It's Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Bottas, Zhou and Yu. So the Saubers, the Haas of Magnussen, and both Alpines. As it stands, both Williamses are going through, which will be an extraordinary achievement for them. So, yes, they will be. Let me know what you think. Who is going to qualify? Where are you watching from today? Anything you want to talk about? I will post the comments right there. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left of qualifying of Q3. Sorry, Q1. Sorry, Q1. Scooters down to Q1. Q1. It's been a long week. So, out on track, it's just the Ferraris who are on a cool-down lap. Here comes Ocon. I think Ocon's on a cool-down lap as well. And Gasly might be as well. So, they are currently over a second off the pace. They're struggling. Just sing it. So both at the time both Williams are going through. That'd be brilliant for them if they can both get through. But Carlos Sainz is the quickest, 129.9. We're waiting now for those. I don't think everyone will come back out. But I certainly think anyone from Piastri downwards. Let's see if the conditions if they change or not. Obviously, as cars running round, more track gets rubbered down, etc. Although it's a little bit cooler there than it was last year. Here we go. Here comes the set of cars, all coming back out again. So we're leading. The pack is being led by Zhou and Yu, and Piastri's just behind them. I said Piastri downwards is at risk, but Hulkenberg's out. It looks like Alex Albon's shooting. There's a queue in the pits to come out. Let's put it that way. Big queue. Look at them. They're all trying to get out here. Look. No, yeah, they're talking about Lewis Hamilton's lap time, 1:38. Hamilton definitely needs a better lap, without a doubt. So Zhou and Yu leads Piastri, leads Hulkenberg, leads Bottas. That is your starting. So all these drivers now are on an out lap. So let's see what Piastri can do. It's 1:30.6. Obviously, they're all now on a brand new set of soft tyres. And let's get a little bit of... Let's just get a little bit of that going on. There, 1 second. Okay, we are within the 2 minutes now. 2 minutes 20 seconds left of qualifying of Q3, Q1. Done it again. Q1. For God's sakes, Ben. Q1. So now they're just starting. Zhou and Yu just starting his hot lap, followed by Piastri just starting the hot lap. And here we go. Radio Charles Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc has been given a hurry up by the Ferrari garage because cars were taking a while to come out of the pits. So This is it now. This is where we find out who are the 5 slowest. Currently, I can't see beyond the Alpines. The Alpines don't look like they're going to get out of Q3 at all. So Zhou Wenyu is now first on a hot lap, followed by Oscar Piastri. There's some traffic they're having to negotiate though. And I'm just watching as Zhou in that what looks like a flying bit of snot in that green car. Like a shooting booger. Weaving around the circuits under the lights in Bahrain. Zhou Wenyu, we know, is the first person who's going to be crossing the pits. How does he do here? Zhou Wenyu needs to move up on the grids. He's currently P16 and he's out unless he can improve. First question, does he improve? Second question, is it enough? Currently goes P11. I'm not sure that's quick enough. Here comes Piastri. Piastri goes to P8. Not the quickest, but that should be enough to get through. Russell's on that outlap. Here comes Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg, P9, stays P9. Hasn't improved. Bottas comes through. Does improve, up to P11. Leclerc's on a... Leclerc pitting? Leclerc pits. Ooh, Magnussen goes through. Magnussen P10. Albon goes to P8. Good there for Norris pits. So those, I'm guessing that those who think they're safe clearly are pitting now. Gasly comes through. Gasly looks like he's out. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda. He needs a good lap. He's currently sitting to go out. Goes P9. Hamilton is currently in the knockout stages. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Danny Rick goes P11. Here comes Lance Stroll, currently also in the knockout. Lance Stroll goes P2 with a 129.9 also. That means Zhou Wenyu is out. Here comes Hamilton. He has to improve. Hamilton goes P10, only P10. It should be enough to get through. So both the Saubers, Sargent, and both the Alpines are currently going out. I'm trying to see if anyone else is still on a flying lap. Zhou Wenyu's not on a flying lap. Piastri's not on a flying lap. Verstappen is, but Verstappen is surely going to roll off into the pits here. There's no point in him completing that lap. And I think that might be... I think we might have our first 5, our bottom 5. So, I don't think Sargent's on a hot lap. I don't think he is. So, and you obviously pits. Verstappen goes through. Or Perez goes through even. Perez doesn't improve. 130.5. So, he's actually slower. Both the Alpines are out. Both the Saubers are out. So, yeah, there we go, ladies and gents. Q1. And there's your slowest 5. The Alpines, rock bottom. Rock bottom, the Alpines. We said... going into this qualifying that they've not had a good testing, they had a terrible practice, and now they are out 19th and 20th with Ocon and Gasly. That Alpine has struggled. There we go. Both Hasses, by the way, making it through. Both Hasses have made it through. So Sargent, Gasly, followed by Ocon, followed by Sargent, followed by Zhou Wenyu, followed by Bottas. They are your slowest 5 here today at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hamilton's coming round to peel off into the pits if you're wondering what he's doing there. So that is your slowest 5. So we move on to Q2 in a few minutes' time, in 5-10 minutes' time. So until then, let me know what your thoughts are. Who is going to take pole? Are we looking at someone other than a Red Bull on pole? Dare I say it? Let me know where you're watching from while we're waiting. Where are you watching from? I'm in the UK. And don't forget, as always, if you're watching us on YouTube, all the YouTubey stuff like follow, subscribe, etc., always appreciated. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. Right, so we are just waiting for Q2 to start. And right, so for those who are just joining, because I can see the viewing numbers are going up and down all the time. If you're just watching, this is live. We are at the end of Q1. We're just waiting to start Q2. If you're wondering, if you just tuned in, you're thinking, why am I looking at a map of the Bahrain circuit? That is a live feed, a live tracker. When the cars are out, you will see them on the tracker. At the moment, all cars are in the garage waiting for Q2 to start. And with that, I need a quick zesty drink. Zesty drink. So if you haven't yet, grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, bottle of beer, whatever tickles your fancy, bottle of whiskey, whatever tickles your fancy. Sit back, relax, and watch as we move on to Q2. So for those who are a little bit new to Formula 1, Q2, so the slowest 5 have been eliminated. Now we need to see who are the slowest next 5. So basically anything from 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th, that will make up the grid for tomorrow before we go into a top 10 shootout. So it's very simple. You go out, you set the quickest lap you can do, and either it's in the top 10 and you make it through to Q3, or it's not in the top 10 and you don't make it to Q3, and then your qualifying is done if you don't make it to Q3. As simple as that, really. What you can see for those who are they're all just updated all in the pits, no shit. What you're seeing on the left, the timing screens. On just above me here, this is the map of the circuit. This will be for this is the layout for the season. The layout for the qualifying state will also be the layout for all the races throughout the season. So if you do want to watch and you want to keep up to date, follow us on YouTube. We're also on Facebook. We've got few technical issues there, so we're not on Facebook today, but we usually are. On the left of what you can see on the screen is the timings, the positions and the timings. And as you can see here, we've also got the tyre choice and how many laps that person's done on the tyre. Probably not so relevant for qualifying, but for tomorrow's racing, for all the races, this will be the layout. You'll be able to see who's on what strategy, what tyres they've got, where they are on the map and so on. So join us for that. Just radio from Ocon. Lots of beeping from Ocon and his team radio. Obviously not happy with that Alpine. Clearly not happy with that Alpine. So we're just waiting now for Q2 to start. I see Verstappen is in his car. I can see the Aston Martins on my TV coverage. Lance Stroll there, the engineers with the tyres around the tyre covers around the tyres to keep them warm. And we are just waiting for the green light for Q2 to start, and then it's going to be an interesting battle here for the top 10 because there's a few mix-ups in there, like you've got obviously the likes of Alex Albon in P9. That's not going to please Hamilton at the moment, who's currently in P10. So I'm just hearing from Zach Brown on the McLaren pit wall. Just good point there made by Zach Brown. So obviously made a point that Lando Norris put on a good time. Piastri, he thinks there's some more time, that Piastri can find some more time there. He said no one is safe for Q3. No, you can't guarantee. No one can guarantee that they're going to make Q3. It's very tight, and it's very true. It is very true. It's a really tough grid. What we'll find now, they're just talking about the pits, and if you remember watching Q1, there was a big queue. Everyone was queuing up to leave the pits, and it was pandemonium. But there's less drivers now. Obviously, we're now down to just 15 going onto the track rather than the full 20. So that will be, yeah. Ooh. Right, we're just waiting for Q2 to start. What's going on here? So I had to check. Not that I'm being vain, but I just wanted an audio check on I've got myself watching on my phone, just so I can check the audio because also I wanted to make sure it's clear and not too. All seems okay, I think. Just want to make because I've literally, and it's not, it's true. Look, there we go. The first car's coming out of Hulkenberg and Magnussen, and Piastri, and here we go. The queue's coming out. So Q2 has officially started, and I kid you not, but I've genuinely been halfway through a stream and was on mute and didn't realise. So I'd been talking to myself for God knows how long and so on, and all people would have just tuned in and seen this rambling buffoon going. So I have to check the audio's working. Right, Hulkenberg and Magnussen and Piastri, they'll be the first three to cross the line to give us times. You can see the tyres they're on. So they're all on a brand new set of soft tyres as they come out. You can see the 0 next to them. That means that it's a brand new tyre. And the S, the red marked tyres, that means it's a soft tyre. It is therefore the quickest tyre. And what you qualify on this session is what you start on tomorrow. So it's certainly the fastest time you get in the session will be what you qualify tomorrow or what you start on tomorrow. No one's gone out for the mediums, which doesn't surprise me because I don't think anyone will get through Q2 on their mediums. So 11 minutes of qualifying to go. And here we are, Q2. See, the numbers are just shooting up as well on the YouTube. Welcome, by the way, to the F1 Fan Zone. I am your host, Ben. I'm in the UK. Let me know where you're watching from. I'll post the comments right here. If you let me know your choice for poll, where you're watching from, etc., and I will post your comments right there. This is live feeds. We've got the graphics here. We've got the timings over on the left hand side here, so you're watching it as well. This is Hulkenberg, Magnussen and Piastri are going to be the first cars to post a time. So at this moment you're probably seeing a bit of a mix. Some of these cars are on a hot lap, some of them or just starting a hot lap as noise is there. Some of them are have just started their warm out lap or their out lap. Stroll, for example, just started his out lap, so there won't be any time there. We're waiting. Hulkenberg just at the top there. My hand doesn't quite go that far. Just at the top there, Hulkenberg. That is the first car. That will be the first car to cross the line to post an actual time. So we're just waiting for Hulkenberg to cross, and then we'll get a rough idea. We'll have a rough idea then of who's behind him. I think it's Hulkenberg, followed by Magnussen, followed by Piastri, followed by Norris, I believe, on a hot lap. So let's see what Hulkenberg does. He's just coming up towards the back straight there. And these cars here are all just starting their hot lap. They haven't started a hot lap yet, these ones. Sainz there and Leclerc, they're not on hot laps yet, so they won't expect times there. Which is why you're getting times for like 16 minutes. Right, Hulkenberg, here he comes. The first person to set a time in Q2 will be Hulkenberg. Let's see what he does. And Hulkenberg goes through with a 1:30.9. That's not going to be quick enough for Q3, I don't think. Here comes Magnussen. What can Magnussen do? Magnussen goes with a 1:31.1. Oscar Piastri, can you break 1:29? 1:30.6. That's going to be nip and tuck, whether that makes or not. Here comes Lando Norris. What can you do, Lando? 1:29.9. That should be enough for Lando to get to Q3. Here comes Russell. Who's on an out lap. Here comes Lance Stroll. I'm pretty sure Stroll's on a hot lap. He is. Goes P3 with a 1:39. Hamilton's on an out lap. Here comes Danny Rick. Danny Rick goes through only P5. 1:31.1. Yuki Tsunoda is next. Where can Yuki Tsunoda go? He goes P5 with a 1:31. Here comes Fernando Alonso. What can you do, Fernando? How far can you get that car up the grids? And he goes P2 with a 1:30.1. So Lando Norris gets a quick time. Alex Albon through P8. That's not going to be quick enough to get through. Here comes Carlos Sainz. He was pole, or he's fastest in Q1. He is third fastest so far in Q2. Here comes Charles Leclerc. He's been struggling behind Sainz all weekend. Where can he put that car up to? He goes. P2, 130.9. Again, Lando Norris. That's a quick lap. Here comes Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen comes through, and he goes. What can he do? He goes through P1 with a 129.3, half a second clear of Norris. Here comes Sergio Perez, and Perez goes through P2, 129.9. So the Red Bulls have got some pace there. They've been hiding. Here comes George Russell. What can you do, George? Only P8. Only P8. Piastri will peel into the pits here. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton goes. Only P6 with a 130.3. That Mercedes struggling. Struggling a little bit. Wow. So as it stands, Magnussen, Albon, Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda and Hulkenberg are all going out unless they can improve on their times. Both Red Bulls 1 and 2 then. Well. I know we've still got a final qualifying session to go, but that Red Bull's just get a little bit quicker. Just a little bit quicker. Stretch his legs a bit there. There we go. So, critical information. I've just been made aware. Verstappen got that 129.3 on a brand new set of soft tyres. Lando Norris got the 129.9, half a second slower, but on a set of used tyres. This is going to be tight. In fact, Leclerc, used tyres. Alonso, used tyres. Sainz, used tyres. Piastri, used tyres. So we've got several drivers here that have used tyres. And where the Red Bulls used, well, certainly Verstappen was on a brand new set of tyres. Interesting to note. 5 minutes left of Q2. All the cars currently in the pits at the moment. So for those just joining and you're thinking, what the bloody hell is going on? There's no one there. They're all in the pits at the moment, having their wheels fitted, having a quick piss, cup of tea and all that sort of stuff. We're just waiting at the moment for cars to re-enter the track. So as it stands, the current cars going out, current drivers going out are Magnussen, Albon, Ricciardo, Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. So both the RBVs, Cash App, whatever you want to call them, these days, who knows, for what we call a Formula 1 team now. Kevin Magnussen and Hulkenberg of the Hasses, both Hasses, who managed to qualify into Q3 against the odds, I would argue. I didn't have them to qualify for Q2. I didn't have either Haas to qualify for Q2, so fair play to them. And Alex Albon of that Williams, who again exceeds the expectations of that Williams, given where Sargent is quite a far bit behind. Oh, Alex Albon, yeah. No, sorry, I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Kevin Magnussen, if you're wondering why there's no time there, Kevin Magnussen had his lap time deleted. So everyone in the pits there, 4 minutes to go. Everyone's gonna wait now to about 3 minutes to come out. In fact, here comes Hulkenberg now, and Magnussen. And Piastri. Basically how we started the session. We started with those three cars in that order. Started the session, they've come out again in that order. And who is that coming out there? I wonder if the likes of Norris will come out again. 129.9. You've got to feel that's going to be quick enough, haven't you? Because it's a second in. So surely you'd think, is it a risk if you're either Norris, Perez, or Verstappen? Is it a risk? Is it a risk not to come out of the stage and save yourself a brand new set of tyres? Alonso's out. Stroll's out. Albon's out. So right, These are all on outlaps now. Just bear in mind, these are all on outlaps. Right. Yeah, God, car's queuing up to get out of here. Yeah. What is... Sorry, maybe 2 seconds. Okay. Right then. Here we go for the final 3 minutes of Q2. 3-minute warning, ladies and gents. Here we go. Here comes Hulkenberg. I think Hulkenberg is still on his out lap. So here comes Hulkenberg starting his flying lap. And then followed by Magnussen and Piastri. No one's on a flying lap now. Everyone is on an out lap. Hulkenberg is the first to start a flying lap. Followed by what will be Magnussen. Down the back straight here. Off you go, Mag. Down the pit straight. So these are just starting their flying lap. Here comes Norris out to join the party. Piastri just starting his flying lap. So everyone that is... So Hulkenberg will be the first to watch out for, because he'll be the first to set on everyone that's out at the moment a lap. I'm surprised Norris has come out though, but he's come out in a brand new set of tyres. So is Perez and so is Verstappen. Which surprises me, because 129s, they're not going to go out. They're not going out with a 129. What are you talking about? You're safe. 2-minute warning. There's the 2-minute warning. Carlos Sainz, he's on an out lap. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda on an out lap. Followed by Alonso on an out lap. You see what I'm going with here. We are waiting for Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is the first driver who's going to come across. He's currently P11. Let's see if he improves, because that will give us some indication on the track evolution. If Hulkenberg improves, then I expect that to see most drivers improving on their times. If Hulkenberg doesn't improve, perhaps we're not going to get much improvement. There comes Charles Leclerc on an out lap. Here comes Hulkenberg, the first person to set a time, currently P11 with a 130.9. He was P11 and he goes up to second with a 129.8. So perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps Norris was right to go out. Here comes Magnussen. P9. That's not going to be quick enough, I wouldn't have thought. Here comes Oscar Piastri. You're under pressure, Oscar. What can you do? P6 only. Alex Albon goes through with just a P9, P8. Perez is on an out lap. Here comes Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll's on a hot lap. Lance Stroll goes to P8 himself. What a lap then by Hulkenberg. Here comes Danny Rick. What can you do? P10. That's not going to be quick enough. Here comes Hamilton on an out lap. Here comes Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is on a hot lap. Where are you? Currently P12. Goes P2 with a 129.5. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda. He's on a hot lap. He's currently P15 and he goes P8. Here comes Alonso, currently P9. Surely he's going to improve on that time. Marcus Alonso. Marcus fucking Alonso. What am I talking about? Fernando Alonso goes through. Charles Leclerc. Let's see where Charles Leclerc goes through. P1, 129.1. We are on for pole. Pole is all to play for. God, thank God for that. Here comes Verstappen. What's he going to do here? He's got to go. Is he going to... Here comes Verstappen into the pits, I think. Yeah, Verstappen will go into the pits here. Wow. So, we've still got a couple still to set times. But as it stands, Hamilton and Russell both need set quick times. They are on hot laps. Here comes Russell. The next through on a hot lap. Here he comes. Russell's currently P15. He needs a good time here. They're both on personal bests. That I can say. They're both on personal bests. Russell comes through and goes P6. He gets it through, but it's only just. It's not the quickest time. Hamilton comes through, though, and goes P4. So that should be both the Mercedes through. What about Norris? He's currently P9. Currently P9, nice. What are you going to do here? You've got a little bit of traffic in front of you. It goes. He's pits it. He's pits. Right, they're both through. So Lando Norris pits. Oh, he'll be breathing a sigh of relief there, but blimey. So that is, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that is your cue. That is your cue. Top 10 shootout. Leclerc with the fastest lap, 129.1. Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Alonso, Hulkenberg in that Haas. There's your thumbnail for tonight's video. Hulkenberg has made it through. Russell, Perez, Norris, and Piastri, so out in Q2. Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll in that Aston Martin, despite Alonso finishing 5th. Alex Albon, Ricciardo, and Magnussen. So, wow, that is your Q2 complete. We're just now waiting for Q3 to start. Right. Wow. Okay, we're just waiting now then for Q3 to start. We've got a few minutes until that starts. I see we've got a few more joining on YouTube. Just a reminder, we are here. This is live, what you're watching. This is a live race. I don't know why. Oh, there they are. This is a live race. This is live format. Those are the live timings. Those are the live lap times and so on. If you are watching now, so we are live for qualifying. We'll also be live for the race tomorrow. Remember, because of Ramadan, the first 2 races of the season, both here and Saudi next week, the races, qualifying is the Friday, the races in the Saturday. So if you want to watch, as always, like, subscribe, do all that YouTubey stuff. You'll be notified when we do go live for the races. And welcome, by the way. If you are new to watching this for the first time, we are normally live on YouTube and Facebook. We've got a few technical difficulties at the moment with Facebook, which is why we are just live today on YouTube only, but we will be back live on Facebook hopefully tomorrow, but if not, we'll certainly be live next week on Facebook. You can follow us if you want on Facebook if you want as well. The link for that is in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And breathe, because we've got the top 10 shootout to go. It is all to play for. Verstappen with a 129.3 and Leclerc with a 129.1. Are they, what is going to happen here? What is going to happen? Wow. And as always, let me know in the comment section, where are you watching from? Who's going to make pole? Are we in? Are we finally going to have a genuine competitive season at the front of the grid? Let me know what you think. I posted comments right there. And yeah, well, I can't call this at the moment. I mean, I just sort of, my gut says Verstappen, they'll turn the engine mode up on that, they'll crank it up to max power for that ultimate lap, and then they'll crank the engine power back down again, and he'll probably take pole. But that's what my gut says. My heart says we might have something a little bit different. And Sanchez says Max for pole. Sanchez from India. Well, welcome from India. Hello from India. I'm from the UK. If you haven't determined reaction yet, I am British from the UK. So welcome, by the way, wherever you're watching from, where in the world you're watching from. This is a global channel, and we do usually have viewers from all over India, as we've just seen, Africa, the US, Mexico, the UK, where I'm from, and Europe and whatnot. So welcome to the channel, and it's great to have you here. We are, for those who are just joining, this is live. If you're wondering why you've got an empty mat, this is live. We are currently waiting for the start of Q3. So everyone's in the pit at the moment, just waiting for the start of Q3. Oh dear. All this talking and my glass is now empty. I need another drink. Someone send in for some beer. And Vanny says, I'm from India as well. Well, welcome from India. Welcome indeed. Great to see a global, and you probably watching from the UK from Bianca. Welcome, Bianca. I hope everyone's enjoying the first qualifying of the season. And we're now into the first top 10 shootout of the season. This is it. This is what all the winter's been building up to. All the testing over the last few days, last week, over the practice sessions, etc., all leads up to this. We've all been speculating who's been sandbagging, who's had their engine motors turned down, who's not showing their true pace. Well, we're about to find out in 10 minutes' time, in 12 minutes' time. We will know who the quickest cars are. Certainly over a single lap anyway. Just hearing from Zach Brown on the McLaren pit wall. So McLaren, Zach Brown is saying they're looking at maybe P4, P5 would be very good. They're saying P1, P2, P3 could be tough. Probably right, to be fair. Although I think Lando Norris can somehow. It looked good. He looked good, Lando Norris. On that. I know he's P9 there, but on that setting, on that timing sheet, but on his flying lap, he aborted and went into the pit. So I think there's more time there from Lando Norris. Right. Oh, we got another from India. Welcome again. Oh, Hulkenberg's the first car out. Hulkenberg has been the first car out, by the way, in all sessions. On all sessions, that has is like, get out there quickly. So Hulkenberg's first out, followed by Norris. Here they come. Here they come for the final qualifying of the Bahrain Grand Prix, Q3. They'll, I suspect most will try and get 2 laps in here. Hussein from England. Welcome, Hussein from England. I am from Cambridge, actually. In England. So these are obviously on an outlap. Here comes Verstappen. These are just the outlaps. There won't be any timings on this lap here. They have to come out, do a lap, start that flying lap, do a flying lap, and then back into the pits, basically. As Russell and Hamilton are also out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars out so far. Here comes Perez. Here they come. So some of these are on some of these are on a set of used tyres. Carlos Sainz is on a set of used softs, I think, apparently. Oh no, it's updated it there. It's updated it there. So some of these cars are on used tyres. Now, obviously, track conditions rubbering down all the time. Are we going to get an even quicker time? But also the temperatures also getting a bit cooler as the night draws on. It's obviously dark in Bahrain at the moment. It's not middle of the night, but it's evening time in Bahrain. And here we go. Hulkenberg starting his flying lap now. Here we go, Hulkenberg. What can you do? Done well to get into Q3. I think anything other than 10th place, he's done very well, to be honest. And followed by Norris, followed by Piastri. These are all on out laps. These aren't actual times. The lap time is definitely not going to be 8 minutes and 41 seconds, I can assure you. So these are just starting their out laps. No, just starting their hot laps, sorry. Hulkenberg will be the first driver. Every driver that comes through behind Hulkenberg will be hot lap. So Hulkenberg is the first in his hot lap as he comes round now. Let's see what you can do, Hulkenberg. Here he comes. It's going to be very tight, I think, for that pole. Very tight indeed. So here comes Perez through to start his lap. So Charles Leclerc will be the last driver through on this particular run. Because Hulkenberg's obviously just started. So on the hot lap now is Hulkenberg, followed by Norris, followed by Piastri. Those are the first 3 that are going to set times. We're just waiting now. Hulkenberg makes his way up to the back straight. He's going to come down this long straight. DRS wide open, right the way down, around the final bend he goes. Across the start-finish line, and he goes with let's see what time he can set. The standard will be 1:30.5 is designed by Hulkenberg. Here comes Lando Norris. He needs to be in the 1:29s. 1:29.6. I'm not sure it's going to be quick enough for pole. Here comes Oscar Piastri. With a 1:30.6, it's gone a little bit slower. Here comes George Russell. What can you do, George? 1:29.6. He goes provisionally pole, but here comes Max Verstappen. He's going to be the quickest here, I'm sure. What does Max Verstappen do? He goes for 1:20. It's going to be 1:20 something. 1:29.4. Only a tenth quicker than George Russell. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. What can you do, Hamilton? Can you spoil the party? Only P4 of 1:30.4. It's a second slower. Here comes Perez, only with a 1:30 flat. Here comes the Ferraris. The Ferraris have been quick. Here they come. Here comes Carlos Sainz. He's been one of the quicker drivers here around Bahrain. What can you do, Carlos Sainz? He goes. P3 only. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc, what can you do? Can you stick it up on pole? P2, just 0.059 off Max Verstappen. So Verstappen, after the first run is Verstappen is on provisional pole. However, some of those drivers were on a used set of soft tyres. Oh boy, right, so everyone's going to whip into the pits. We've got 6 minutes of qualifying left. Everyone's going to come to the pits, put a brand new set of soft tyres on, get back out and do another flying lap. So we've got another lap to do yet. But Verstappen, oh, just tight. It is very tight. Very tight. We're in for it's yeah. It's going to be close for pole. Wow. So let's take a breather for just a minute while we're waiting for everyone to come in, put on a set of new boots. On used tyres. So Norris and Piastri were on used tyres. Hulkenberg, by the way. Hulkenberg, what a great lap there, by the way. You know, because he's done well to get there, to be honest. So here we are. For those who are just joining, I can see the numbers popping upwards. For those who are just joining, we are live. This is a live feed. What you are watching is live, the live timings. Hot laps have just been completed. Drivers are going back into the pits, put on a set of new tyres before they're coming back out for their final flying lap of qualifying at the first race, the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're just taking a bit of a breather for a minute as cars come into the pits to put a new set of tyres on. And whilst they're doing that, let me know where you're watching from. I'll just run through some of the comments we've already had. Thatcher's watching from India, the UK, India, from England. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from anywhere different to those places? Who is going to take pole? Max Verstappen is currently on provisional pole, but it is tight. It is very tight. Some cars there were running on a used set of tyres. Radio, Russell. George Russell saying that the ride at turn 6 was difficult. The car nearly lost it. And we have got from India also, from Italy. Hello from Italy, and from Pakistan. Welcome Ahmad from Pakistan. We will also be here, by the way. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, we will be back here for the race tomorrow, qualifying next week from West Africa. There's coffee. Great to see. Was Verstappen on used tyres? I believe he was on a set of new tyres, Bianca. I believe. I can't confirm that, though. They were mixed. I know McLaren's Zach Brown said on the team radio, on the pit wall, sorry, an interview that they are on that they were on a used set. Some teams saved a new set, so we'll see. Here comes Oscar Piastri. Oscar is back out now. Alonso, I think, is on a hot lap. Let's see what Alonso does. from Nigeria. Welcome. My favourite driver. Yeah, I like Lando Norris. I'm not going to lie. I do like Lando. I think he's probably the best driver out there not to have won a race yet, to be honest with you. And it just shows really that having a good car is so vital now for a driver, because you can be the best driver in the world, but if you haven't got the car for it, hopefully McLaren have given him a car now that could challenge for races at least. Who are you rooting for? I'm hoping Norris does well. I'm not rooting for anyone per se. For me, what's more important is that we have a good, close race. I think the last 12 months has shown us really that it's not been exciting at the front. We've had some exciting battles, but not towards the front. And hopefully this year, perhaps, just maybe, we might have a bit more competitive racing, you know, rather than a virtually guaranteed race winner in the Red Bull with Verstappen. So, hot laps. Alonso, I just missed Alonso, went P3. There we go, for 129.5. That would have been his only lap. So, fastest second sector, by the way, Alonso there. So, Oscar Piastri is will be the first one to cross the line to start his hot lap. And here we go. This is what several months of winter, dozens of hours of testing and practice all lead up to this moment, the final lap, your final flying lap on qualifying for the first race of the season. It all builds up to this. Piastri is the first to start his flying lap. Here we go. Oscar Piastri followed by Lando Norris, who are on set of brand new tyres this time round. They weren't on new tyres before, they were on used tyres to McLaren's. Here comes Piastri. Obviously, everyone's out on track. Alonso is on a cool-down lap. The only driver on a cool-down lap, having gone P3 in that Aston Martin, which was a very good lap. But let's see if there's any track evolution. Are these times going to get quicker with track evolution? So Piastri is going to be the first to cross the line. We're just waiting for him now. He's just coming around this bend up here. Whoops. Locking controllers off. Bloody thing there. Oh, what's going on here? Piastri, by the way, set a personal best in Sector 1. Personal best in Sector 1. He is currently P10. Let's see what Norris does in P1. Norris is slower in P1. He hasn't set a personal best in Sector 1. Here comes Oscar Piastri. He's currently P10. What can you do, Oscar? Can you move that car upwards? He goes. P7, Oscar Piastri. P7. Norris struggled on that lap. I don't know if he's going to improve on this time. No, 129.6. Oh, he did improve, but it hasn't gone up. So Leclerc is on, it's just started his hot lap. Here comes Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg goes 130.6, actually went slower. So perhaps track evolution. Do you Ham can take pole? To be honest, no. I don't think I don't think any Mercedes is going to take pole today. Verstappen going to win. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. And hello. Welcome, by the way. Welcome. So we are waiting. The next to cross the line will be Russell, followed by Hamilton. Hamilton's currently P9. The Mercedes hasn't really been that quick today. So that's why I say I don't think Hamilton realistically can make pole here. So here comes George Russell. This is it now. Whatever lap time it's it. This is your only opportunity now, Russell. What can you do? You're currently P4. Your time previously was a 129.5. What do you do here? 129.4. He goes a little bit quicker. Goes up to P3. Here comes Lewis Hamilton now and goes only P8 for Lewis Hamilton. Only P8. Here comes Verstappen. His fastest time was a 129.4. He set a fastest first sector and he goes with a 129.1. What can Leclerc do though? What can you do, Charles Leclerc? Can you ruin a party? Can you take pole position? Leclerc goes past and goes P2 with a 129.4. Here comes Carlos Sainz, and Carlos Sainz will go only P4. Only P4. Here comes Sergio Perez. You're currently P9. What can you do, Sergio? up to P5. Wow. So that is it then. That is pole for Verstappen, followed by Leclerc, followed by Russell. So Hamilton's struggling on a car that the Mercedes and Russell managed to actually improve on. Tight though, just 2/10. It is tight. It's going to be an interesting race down to turn 1 tomorrow. And there you have it, ladies and gents. That is the first qualifying of 2024. And it is Verstappen, followed by Leclerc, followed by Russell, followed by Sainz, followed by Perez, followed by Alonso, who had a great lap there, P6, followed by the two McLarens with Norris and Piastri, followed by Hamilton, only P9 for Hamilton, followed by Hulkenberg in P10. That is your top 10 shootout for tomorrow. Will I be broadcasting the race? Yes, I will be tomorrow. The best thing you can do, honestly, is make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. I'll be going live about 5 minutes or so before the start of the race. So the best thing you can do is make sure you subscribe to the channel. We will be live for tomorrow's race and for qualifying next week and for the race next week and after that and after that and after that. This is the place to watch the Formula One if you're unable to watch the TV subscriptions, because they're all paid for subscriptions and limited and so on. So yeah, great. Let's subscribe. Good man. Right. Time to take a breather. I will be back for tomorrow's race. That is your top 10 shootout. That is the first qualifying of the Bahrain Grand Prix. This is the Formula One fan zone. And until tomorrow, take care and I'll see you all again soon.